Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Lucretia. Thank you for joining me today. So today we're going to do a reveal of all of the decorations that I've done throughout my downstairs level of my home over the last few weeks. I want to show you how everything has come together in this area. I want to show you just basically how I've made the updates. There were some updates that I did make over time as well. I just felt like I wanted to elevate the level, the area a little bit more. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's start here with our entryway table. Now, this is one of the first areas that I decorated with you guys when I started this journey. So I didn't change much. Well, actually, I did change a little something about this table. So we actually still kept the mirror here, and we kept the lamp here. We kept the books over here on this side with the vase. But we did make changes on this side. So initially, I think I had like a candle set here, and then I had a bowl. If you can remember, it was like a little bluish green bowl here that I put here specifically to hold the remote controls. However, I moved that because I just wasn't feeling it. So I decided to buy 2 more books. I actually visited a new bookstore over the weekend, this past weekend, and I purchased these 2 books. And I put these here for decoration. However, I will be reading these books at some point. And then I actually bought this. I purchased this little vase here. And then I purchased these. I purchased both of these from Hobby Lobby. So I decided to set that there. And then I showed you guys where I purchased this room spray when I went to Bill's about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I decided to just leave that here. And then, of course, we have these little ottomans at the bottom here of the table. And we have our 2 trees. So this is pretty much what the entryway table looks like. And I told you guys what I wanted to do was keep it simple. I wanted to keep my entryway table set up in a way where I don't have to change it so often. But I do want to make sure that I'm capturing my everyday vibe. You know, I want to make sure that it's a comfortable, cozy feel. And then it's something as well that's simple. And everything on this table was very affordable. Everything in this area was very affordable, which I didn't purchase everything at the same time. Like I said, I purchased this mirror and this lamp. I think it was sometime last year. And then everything else was just added on throughout time. So let's move over to the next side. So you guys, we are over here in our sitting area, which is considered our living room. And what I want to show you guys today is all of the changes that I've made in this area. So I shared with you just bits and pieces of the journey of what we had in here before. And then there are some things that I did change out. I changed out the chairs. We actually purchased 2 new chairs, and we also purchased a new sofa, a coffee table. And with that, we purchased some new decor to actually layer on this coffee table. And we put decor in other areas as well. So let's just get started with what we have. Of course, behind me while we're here, this is the wall art that I showed you in a previous haul. I love this wall art. It actually brings out this area. It makes this area feel so alive. And I wanted to do the wall art. I want to try to keep the wall art consistent throughout my living area. So this is what we did, and I like this one. It has the gold accents on it, and it sits right here in front of the television. My husband and I were not sure if we wanted to put the television on the wall, so it just left a blank space. And so I think this wall art accentuates what we're looking for. And then here, we just added a few little things here to kind of fill up that space. This is a pumpkin. I think I showed you guys this in a previous haul, and I really didn't see it being on my coffee table, so I decided to put it here. And then, of course, this is the bowl that we moved from the entryway table, and I decided to sit it here to put the remotes in. All right, so down here below, we have lights that we use. And these are just lanterns, and I saw them, I believe it was last year I saw these lanterns, and they have timers. So I have them set to timers normally, and they just come on at a certain time in the evening. And it just warms up the space over here. I thought about doing lights on the wall, but then I said that'd just be too much, since we do have these lamps here. We have these lamps here, and you guys came on the journey with me as I decorated these a couple weeks ago. I actually love how everything turned out. We have the artificial books here. And then we have the picture frame, and then we have the flower here. And so what we did, we just kind of layered the same on both sides. I just changed the books up a little bit, but we actually enjoy how this looks. It makes it feel warm, and like I said, it kind of gives you, it just allows you the opportunity to play around what you feel like would be your style. So I believe this is our style. I believe this would be a good style for everyday living. Like I said, I will probably change out like the little flower at the bottom when the holidays or Christmas holiday approach, just to give it, you know, more of that Christmas feel. On the other side here, we have, I wanted to show you just how I changed the books up. So nothing is big. There's not a big change here. Only thing I did, I just changed the books. You have, you know, the tall to the smallest. But we have in the picture frame is about the same, you know, just have a little bit of a different texture art there. And then you have the flower at the bottom here. So that's the change that we have on this side. We have these chairs here. So I showed you all that I had these chairs. I had some blue, they were gray tub chairs. And so I decided that I wanted to change how everything looked in here. So we decided to order these. I ordered these from Amazon. They were not that expensive. They were actually a pretty good deal. I have been searching Amazon probably for, probably almost a year, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like a lovesick sofa here or if I wanted to do chairs. So we decided to go with the chairs. And I think these chairs are beautiful. They're beautiful. I like the texture. I always make sure that I'm choosing the right texture for my family when I'm purchasing items, because of skin allergies and all those things. So these chairs are actually really, really nice. They're firm, but they are very comfortable, very, very comfortable, and you can sit in them for a long period of time. So this is the chair. And then I bought these here. So you see, I have this on both sides. I actually have these throws. I purchased these brown throws from Kirkland's, and these are pillows that I've already had. And what I normally do, I don't purchase new pillows all the time. I just buy new pillow covers and change them out. It's just easier, and it saves money. Unless it's something that I really see that I want, and I'm like, okay, I have to have that pillow right now. However, I buy pillow covers. Like I said, it's a lot cheaper. And so that's how we are layering this. However, every day it does not stay this way when you have a 10-year-old. But I'm always refreshing, coming in here to refresh at the end of the night or the next morning. So, but I do like this. My family loves it. It's a nice, cozy atmosphere. Let me show you here. As I did this table, I purchased this book from a new bookstore as well. And it's a Paris book. I thought it would be so cute in this area. And then I also just put a little tray here with some things that I had left over. This little pumpkin here was cute. I added that in there. And then I also purchased these coasters. They are so beautiful. And so I just thought all of this would it would just play well in this area. And while we're here, we're going to go ahead and look at the sofa table. I love this sofa table. So let's back up, guys. I'm so sorry. So this table here is what we were using as our sofa. So like this area here was where this table sat. And I wanted something new and something different. So I decided to, why not use this table here as a place where people can put their drinks. It helped save money. I didn't have to go purchase something new. So we put this table here. And then I wanted a new sofa table that kind of was rounded. It had I wanted something with the round edges. So we decided to go with this one. It is so beautiful. And y'all, it is very, very sturdy, very sturdy. And I just layered it here with a little clear box and 2 new books that I purchased. So I'm gonna tell you something. These books will get read. I'm going to read these books because I want to learn as much as I can about decor and the placing of things, the colors and the textures. So those books will get read. This is also a vase that I showed you in the previous haul, as well as this little piece here. I just saw this fitting perfectly in this area. So I put that there. And then we have this little bowl. And I showed you this in a previous haul. And this came from Hobby Lobby. And I purchased these little pieces here from Hobby Lobby as well. So I just thought to keep it all simple and to keep it all cute and to keep it elegant, but make sure that I'm creating a space for everyday living. You know, I don't want to have to change things in and out so much. I just want to make sure that, hey, this is my setup for every day. And then over here we have our sofa. I didn't change the sofa, I kept it. And this sofa is very, very comfortable. We've had it about 3 years now. And like I said, these pillows, these 2 pillows I purchased from at home. And but everything else, I just buy the pillow covers because it saves money. Go online, scroll, and get your pillow covers, you know. But I just kept it. I want this blue accent to kind of flow throughout the living room area. So I'm just in love with the blue. Blue is so calming for me nowadays. So I just want to make sure I'm just flowing with my blues. I like my browns, my tans, but instead of just being all brown, I want to mix in colors. So that's when I come out to play a little bit. You know, I mix in my colors. So we're going to move over to the next side. Okay, so we're over here in our dining room area. So I shared with you guys our everyday dining table. And I wanted something here at this table that would be comfortable for us as an adult and also for the child. So, of course, there's still some shaking and baking I need to do from time to time to keep my son from messing this table runner up, you know? So, but what we decided to do is just find a runner, because a tablecloth would be something that would be high maintenance and I would have to wash it often. So I believe just having a center runner on the table would be great. I told you guys in a previous vlog that I wanted something plain. However, I didn't see anything plain in the store, like a plain color runner, but I am going to go online to see if I can find something that I can place here for, I guess, and I don't know if I really want to put, I don't know. We'll see what happens, because when Christmas comes, it might be something Christmassy here on this table as a runner, but we'll see what happens. But as well, I purchased this. It's a pretty runner. It's high maintenance. When you wash it, it sheds. So I don't know if that's going to be something that I really want to keep myself. I might give it away, but it's probably not something I want to keep long term. And as in addition to what I did with the runner, I wanted to purchase. So we actually purchased this vase. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't sleep on Dollar General, because this store has some beautiful home decor items. We found this vase. My husband and I saw this vase, and they actually have some very beautiful vases in the store. But we saw this one, and I thought this would be good because it kind of keeps my blue theme, gives me that piece of blue that I like to keep throughout this area. So we got this vase, and we decided to just put something artificial in here. So I purchased these since it is harvest time, or you know, going into the fall area, the fall season. I wanted to just keep that here. I thought about doing real flowers, and I said, no, that's just too much to keep up with. So, and then I decided to get these holders, the candle holders here. I saw these on sale in Kirkland's. So we got those, and then we also got these candles as well. Oh, I got these candles from Hobby Lobby. And then, so I don't know if you all remember, I had some orange pumpkins sitting on the table here. I just wasn't pleased with them. I didn't like it. It didn't come together as much as I wanted it to. So I saw these in Michael's And the Michaels was having a very great sale. And so I purchased 2 of these, and these are glass, and I really like these better. It sits well on this table in this space. It just kind of cohesively brings everything together and makes it look better and more. It makes it look everyday, but it makes it look elegant at the same time. All right, and so like I said, everything here just kind of went in with the table color and as well with the chair colors that we have here. So it's really a beautiful space, and it actually feels good to do fine dining in your everyday living. So let's move on to the next area. So you guys, we're over here in the buffet area, which sits right behind the dining table. So what we did, we purchased this wall art. I wanted this wall art because it has like the darker tones on the outer layer of the frame itself. So that kind of, you know, matches in well with the color of the buffet. Now, I didn't want to keep everything dark. However, I just felt like that would be a good way to actually start off this area. So once we got this and put it on the wall, I was able to better see how I wanted this area to come together. So now that we have that, this is what we came up with. I had this already. I saw someone on Pinterest with this bow, and I wanted one, and so I could fill it with different colors of materials throughout the year. So this is really cute. And then I also purchased these little mugs. Please seat yourself. Hot coffee and good food. Now serving and open 24 hours. I like this. I thought it was very, very cute. And these can be used and will probably be used throughout the holiday season. All we'll have to do is just pull one from here and make sure we wash it when we're done. So also, in addition to that, I bought some more candle holders, and I thought that would be really nice. The color, it accentuates this area really, really well. And then I bought some more of these candles here, these artificial candles. I bought these from Hobby Lobby as well. I actually purchased these from Hobby Lobby. These are very cute. And these actually have lights in them. So I like it. This caught my attention. And of course, these were not expensive at all. I think I might have paid $3 for these. So then I bought this cutting board, and I decided to just put this here. Everything on this table can be used. However, I'm showing you guys this for decorative purposes. But everything can be used. It can be used, and it can be washed, and it can be put back. So I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to keep everything realistic. These are things that we use realistically in real life. Now here I put this little table. I bought this last year for Christmas. We had a Christmas party, or a surprise party for my husband. So I purchased this for something else. However, I didn't use it again. It was just put away. And I thought this would be a good piece to put here for decoration. And so I purchased these little jars here. These are the green little jars. I got those from Walmart. And then I actually got me a new jar to put my honey in. So I got this from Target. And I really like this one. It's very, very sturdy. And so I decided to layer it here. I thought it would be really cute. I have my tea in this jar, and we have peppermint in this jar. So it just makes it easier for making tea or anything hot that you're needing. So I bought this plant here. It's an artificial plant, and it's in a black vase, kind of rustic. I like how that looks here, and I like how this little picture is here as well. So all of this is mostly Hobby Lobby. And then I showed you guys my candle warmer. It works wonders. It's like as soon as you turn it on, depending on the speed of how you turn it on, it heats that candle up pretty quickly. So I really like how that is, and I will probably be purchasing another one of those in the near future. But guys, yes, this is the buffet area. Love it. Here, I think I mentioned that I would probably buy some plates to put here, maybe some glasses or some mugs eventually. I'm not in such a big hurry to get that. Those are things that I can get as I go. And then, of course, we have the little cabinets here and the drawers, which are very convenient for putting things away. So, you guys, let's move over to the kitchen. Hi, you guys. So now we're over here into our kitchen, the place where we cook our warm and cozy meals. And sometimes, occasionally, we'll hang out here at the island. So this is the island here that I've shown you guys in previous vlogs. And these are our bar stools. We have some black bar stools here, and I told you it took me a while to get adjusted to the black bar stools because it did not flow the way I wanted it to into the other areas of the house. However, I've gotten used to it. I just feel like black for me now still in my mind is a better place, a better color for this area, until I find something that I think would be a better match for the home. However, I'm enjoying this area that I've created here on the island. So if you guys don't know, I just had a birthday and my husband purchased the reds, the yellows, and the whites. Now these here are some that I think I did these like a couple weeks ago. Well, probably about a week ago, but then I added those in here with what my husband purchased. So like I told you, I wanted just a vase here with the flowers. So we are gonna do real flowers here in this area. But right now I think this is a very, very full and beautiful bouquet. Here I decided to add a book, and it's called Fall Baking, and I will be using these books because I want to learn how to bake more items. And then this is on a tray here, and on the tray, so I have the candle burning now. Like I told you, when the candle's burning, it doesn't sit here because I don't want anything to catch a fire. So we kind of just sit it off to the side. But I actually love how basic this is. It still allows me enough room to come in here and to cook my meals. Sits behind me is our stove. We have the kettle that I showed you guys that I purchased. I don't leave the kettle on the stove. We don't leave it on the stove when we're not home. So it's just here purely for decoration when we're not using it and when we're at home. And when we leave, we just sit it off to the side. And then this is just a little area, a little something for the kitchen, a little flower. And then over here in this corner, we decided to just keep our recipe books here. And the lamp, I showed you guys this lamp in a previous vlog. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with it. And it actually, you know, it goes to like several modes. And so I turned this on in the evening time. I think it just makes this little area so cute in this corner. And then of course we have this little flower here that I've had since we moved in. And then everything else is pretty clean. So I have everything clean for you guys today. But let me tell you, it's not always like this. We do everyday living over here. So we might have the dishwashing liquid up here, you know, the dish towels are gonna be here, and then we might have our little drying rack here. But for the most, we have a Keurig, and it's easy. I don't use it every day like I used to because I've learned now to just try to do things a little bit on the old-fashioned side. So I actually started using a Nescafe coffee, which I just scoop a little bit out and put in my cup. And then of course I have the opportunity here to use my new item. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed this vlog. I wanted to just share a little bit of my passion with you guys, something that I really enjoy doing. And and I'm gonna tell you another thing that I enjoy doing. I enjoy changing things around. That's like my most favorite part of it all, because in your home you might walk past something, you be like, wait a minute, I can see that over here. And so I just want to bring you guys on the journey with me as I continue to do my home updates. And I want you guys to feel the love. I want you to feel my personality through doing this, because I am a fun person. I enjoy what I do, and I want to make this a fun and happy channel for you guys. So I will see you guys in the next vlog. Thank you for joining me. Bye.